Alright everyone, how's it going? Figured I'd try and give it a couple more minutes to see how many people actually came in, but I think we're just gonna kind of stream forward and see what happens, right? See how many people actually get out of bed and make it to this informational discussion right now to tell you how class is gonna move forward and all that kind of good stuff. So, morning, how are you? Doing all right? Hope everyone's doing okay. I hope everyone's weather is better than mine. It's kind of rainy and muggy. Kind of like the world knows that, you know, things are bad. So it's trying to be the same way. Music's too loud now. Sorry, I forgot to turn it down while I was waiting. There you go. Sorry, I had it up while I had the waiting screen on, so luckily that should be good now. Oh, we're too high here. There we go. Making breakfast. Yep. Is it down now? Is the music good or is it still too loud? Glad you're making breakfast. See, you can have class and make breakfast at the same time. This is great stuff. As people are slowly tuning in, coming in. It's all good now? Okay, good. I know you guys are on a delay, so it might seem like I'm just looking back and forth, but I'm just waiting for responses, so. But, how's everyone doing? Are you guys, surviving this quarantine right now? You having fun? Not having fun? Being productive? Should be productive. Like that's a big thing. Like, you should be productive. So, if not, shame on you. Making tea? Nice. Alright, so as you all know, we are moving towards this whole remote learning, and the campus is actually closed for the entire semester. So that means that we will not be meeting face to face, which is going to make things a lot more interesting for what we have to do. But I went ahead and created a discussion board. I hope that you guys all saw it on Blackboard. I'm going to go over it and show you where it is and what you're going to have to do. But I created a discussion board so that we can actually interact with each other throughout the week. I'm going to be doing these live sessions at the beginning of class. So we should have a good hour or longer. Like if we're just working, it'll be an hour, right? No need to keep everyone online or on their phone or on the computer when you could be out doing stuff, okay? Because that's the main thing. You guys are in a studio class, so you should be doing studio stuff. Now we do have some things that we need to talk about, like we'll be talking about. I think we'll be able to squeeze in, with the week being gone and we still need to finish Eclipse. We will be able to do a poster design, which I think is going to be great. And then the identity package, which I think will also be beneficial tool for you guys to have. The only problem that I'm seeing is whether or not you guys have access to computers, because that's what's going to be important. Because the best way to do these posters or the identity package is in Illustrator or if need be Photoshop, but it would be best to do it in Illustrator because everything is just sizable once you have it done. So I got to make sure that you guys actually have access to a computer, because right now we are waiting on Adobe to give us access for the school. And once they do that, as long as this quarantine kind of is going on, Adobe said that they will give access to their Creative Suite for free for schools. So I know that Professor Hughes has requested it, I've requested it, so hopefully within the next couple days things are going to happen. If not, I'm gonna have to try and find some free software that you guys can download, because there are things out there that are vector based, and I'll play around with it and try and do my best with it. I know that there's a program that is relatively similar to Photoshop and it's free. It's called Krita. If it gets to that point, I will actually go ahead and give you the link, and then you can download it and go from there. But we, because everything's going to happen online, everything's going to be digital, right? And I don't know how many of you guys have scanners at home, but, if you don't, you should, right? Everyone should have a scanner. You're an artist, you should have a scanner. But if not, you're going to have to get really good with your camera, okay, on your phone. People have said stuff. Let's see. They just woke up unproductive playing Animal Crossing. Is Animal Crossing any good? I started seeing a lot of people playing it, but Animal Crossing was never my thing, so I don't know if they made any improvements or if it's any better or anything like that. I don't have access to any Photoshop, etc. I do have a Dell laptop. Okay, so if you have a computer, you have access to Photoshop, okay? And here's why. No matter what, even if the school doesn't give us access, if Adobe doesn't give us access, you can download Adobe Photoshop and Illustrator for free for a month for the free trial, okay? So no matter what, there is the availability of Photoshop and Illustrator for at least 30 days for this class. And not to mention, we're still finishing Eclipse, right? I got 2 more parts of Eclipse that need to be finished. That's going to be traditional. And then the Tillman's Try things, nope. The Tillman Tuesday projects are going to also, they'll be up to you. You can do digital or you can do traditional, completely up to you. But after that, so once we get towards the end, so the last 30 days, which we don't have too many, there's only 7 weeks left, right? So once we get to that 30-day mark, you could actually download Photoshop and Illustrator for free, and then, be good. So you will have access no matter what. If you have a computer, you have access. Okay, so that's very, very important. The big thing is if you have computer and internet at home, right? If you can get to Blackboard, then life's great. Okay. Animal Crossing is obsessed with, even though it's chores, the game. Oh, see, I got enough chores at home. I don't need to I don't need to do chores on a video game. That's horrible. That sounds horrible. All right. Did anyone go and see the discussion board? Here, I'm gonna bring this over. Go and load it up so you guys can see it. If we have to use a phone/camera, are you going to give tips on how to do it right? Well, yes, but if you don't already have like a tripod, which is clearly the best part, if you have a tripod, it's gonna be the best. But if if you can just hold it very, very still, click the button. Also, if you have a timer, right? I'm going to be very flexible about this. If your camera isn't from the Stone Age, it shouldn't take 2 pixelated pictures. But, just go ahead and take 3-4 snapshots and see which one's going to be the best. And then we're going to go from there, right? I can't hold you to something that you didn't sign up for, right? You didn't sign up for an online class. You didn't sign up for a digital class. So I can't be like, well, you should have a tripod, you should have this, you should be able to do that, you need a scanner, you need this, that just doesn't make sense to me. So there will be leniency, so don't even worry about that. But if you have a tripod, it's really easy. If you can prop it up and have a timer on your camera, right, push the button, it does that for you. But like I said, don't sweat the small stuff on that one. Just make sure you do your art, and then just like I said, just try and get a couple shots, right? The one tip I will give you though is light. You need light. Do not, I know that they should have kicked everyone out of the dorm, but you might be in the dorm. But with that said, you need lights, right? Because that's the one thing that's important. If you don't have a light in order to take a picture, it's gonna look like crap. Okay? It's just gonna be bad. So you want to make sure that you are close to a light, under a light, something like that, so that you can take a picture. Okay? Don't hide it. If you are in a dorm situation where the light is yellow, you need to find something that's brighter. Okay? You need to Because if you have a yellow light, it's going to cast yellow light onto your picture. And then once you start doing color, it's going to all have this yellow overtone. And then you're going to say, oh, well, that's actually supposed to be blue. And we're like, well, it looks green. And that's because of the light. Okay? Alright, I have an Android, so I'm really trying my best. I have an Android. I take great pictures with mine. It's like I take great pictures with mine, so, you know, it ain't that bad. Alright, so first you're going to go to NSU, right? If you haven't, I'm sure everyone knows how to go to Blackboard. Right, so I'm just going to go ahead and log in real quick. Hopefully. Go to Blackboard. Faculty. Find said class. Graphic Design. Alright, so for those of you who did check your email or your notification, I actually need to send out an email because I don't know if everyone checks Blackboard. But I'll send out an email again and be like, yo, you need to check Blackboard, check your announcements and stuff. So, but if you look to your left, on the green side here, right, I've added an extra button. It's called discussion board. Click on that. It brings you to this. Oh, we got a couple participants already. You guys are awesome. All right, you click on the remote learning. Okay, you come here, and this is where we're going to post all of our stuff. Everything that happens is going to happen right here. Okay, so from here, you guys can create threads. Like, you can't create a forum. Only I can create a forum, but you can create these threads, right? And so what happens is all you do is you click create thread. And then, so what I would say you want to do, because you're going to have one thread for all of your progress throughout the rest of the semester. So I'm going to say, Professor Tillman, right? And then if I wanted to say something in here, like, let's see, work in progress for Eclipse color comps, right? And then you come in here, you can attach your image, you just browse the computer, and you're like, all right, I'm going to put, I don't know, here, we'll put this one in. So, and it won't automatically load. That's the one thing. It's not going to automatically load, okay? So once you have this, you hit submit, and then bam, it starts this, right? And so from there, what's going to happen is that we're all going to respond, okay? That is key. Like, I have to keep track of your attendance. And if you do not respond within the week, then, you know, you're going to fail out just due to the fact that you didn't actually respond or participate and stuff like that. So it's very, very important. Like, they're tracking everything. All these videos that I'm doing for you guys, I have to put in there, right? Anything that has instruction or that we talk and stuff like that. So every video is being kept, and I'm going to make a thread, and I'm going to put the videos that have any type of information on it and be like, here's your information, here's your information, here's your information, right? And if you have questions, we'll answer that. But like I said, as a studio class, it's mostly going to be, I'm going to be here answering questions if you have any, and I'm going to be drawing, or I'm going to be working, right? And I just want to give you access to me instantly, so you can ask a question and it'll instantly be answered, and then, you know, you can go on about your business. Like, if you send something to the discussion board and you're like, hey, I put something in the discussion board, I can then open it up, grab it, put it on my screen, and then we can critique it right then and there, right? We can just look at it and I can give you help, and everyone gets to see it, right? So that will be very helpful, I think. But when it comes to these threads, right? So each one of you will have your own thread, okay? Like I made here, right? And then you can click on yourself, right? And you're like, oh, okay, here's my picture. People can download it, they can look at it, they'll respond, and then when you're ready to upload the following week, you would hit reply, right? You hit reply, and then you type out something else. You're like, this week's work in progress for the final logo, right? And you put up a picture and you go submit, right? And then it's going to put it underneath everything. So it's going to put it underneath every single one that you did, right? But you always want to respond to the first one, right? You guys see that? Okay. And then what that's going to do is it's going to put all of your stuff in one section, right? And that way, and it's time stamped, okay? So I will be able to check when you did it. Like, you have a week, and you'll have until Sunday at 11:59 to actually post your progress, right? Progress. Tillman Tuesdays, like, you can post it in there because people are going to want to see it. They have to respond to it, right? So you're going to have to put it in here, and then any type of progress that you like, if you need to post your progress, and then you're going to need to post your final stuff in the discussion board, right? Now, when it comes to grading, you're going to turn it in. I'll make sure to start, turn this in here, right? And then all you have to do is put it in there so that I can have it and I can grade it. But then we also need to have it in the discussion board so that people can actually discuss it, right? So, and for those of you who are discussing, you can't be like, oh, I'm going to say I like it, because that's not going to count. And I will tell you, right? I will give you a warning, be like, yo, look, you can't say that. Just like in class, you got to give a description. You got to critique it. There's got to be a reason, right? Participation is going to go through the roof when it comes to this class now, right? Participation is going to start weighing more because that's just the way it is, okay? So it's a lot of self-discipline. Like, online classes are a lot of self-discipline. And I'm sorry that we have to put you into that situation, but I guess it's better than having to take the course over again, okay? All right, let's see. I'm going to read some chat real quick. It's life soon. I have an Android. I'm going to try not to cast shadow on these projects. Good. Nice having the videos will actually be really great help. Okay. So Tillman Tuesdays is due Tuesday. Yes. Tillman Tuesday is still due on Tuesday. All right. And I will give you that assignment. On Thursday, as I normally do, trying to keep as much of the regular class as possible, right? So the start times, discussion times, stuff like that. I want to make sure that it doesn't interrupt as much as possible, right? As far as when it comes to the discussion board, right? If you post at 11:59 on Sunday, everybody has a week to respond to you, right? So just know that I will be monitoring and looking and going, all right, this person said something, this person said something, all right, great. That person said something, all right, click, done, okay? So you're going to have to stay active. You're going to have to ask questions and answer people's questions and stuff like that. And anytime you want to start something new, right? If you have a specific question that might be good for the class, go ahead and start a new thread and then post your question there and let people see it, right? And then people can respond to it and life will be great that way, right? And yeah, are there any questions so far? Any other questions so far? Let's see how many of you actually have access. Let's see what it says. I will be able to use Blackboard to remind us this semester has access to computer. The only problem, I cannot use live message features on YouTube, so it's hard to reply. All right, that's fine. You don't. So I'm reading. I don't know if Stephanie is on right now, but if you are, here's the thing: you don't have to say anything in the live stream or in the chat. You don't have to do anything about that. That's fine, right? Not a problem. But you will have to respond in the discussion board, right? Because if you are watching, right, that's for your own benefit, because I'll be going over stuff and doing things like that. I will throw the link, like especially if we do a critique, I'll put the critique in a thread so that you can check it out, right? So if you missed it or you got to go to the doctor or whatever the case may be, if you cannot respond or ask any questions, right, that's fine. Also, I can keep the discussion board open, and if you have any questions because you can't do the live feature, you can just drop it in there and I'll answer it in the live feed, okay? Maybe I'll start a new thread for that and just say questions to be answered on stream, okay, on the live feed. So not a problem. You should be safe. Wash your hands. Safe. I have access to Blackboard and computer. And he says you will be on Monday and Wednesday. Oh, yeah, sorry. I know I said that it was Monday and Wednesday. My bad. It's a copy and paste from yesterday. So yes, Tuesday and Thursday. Yes, Tuesday, Thursday. I'm going to reply to her real quick. My bad. That was a form copy from yesterday's class. Yes. Oops. Class with 2 S's, class. Yes, I will be live on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 9:30 a.m. All right. Okay, so see, do you see this? Okay, can you see how this works? Because this little gap right here tells you where you've actually responded to. See? Okay. Or you know what? I think to copy everything in here, we're gonna say this every week. Okay, and I'm gonna put it all together, right? And I'll put it in the announcement so you know exactly how we're gonna move forward. But I think that after every week you will post a new thread. That way it won't get confusing. Who said what? Who is where? What time did I do it? We'll just go, all right, this week, here's my progress. Here's my Tillman Tuesday here. And if you have anything that's due on final, you know, if you're like, oh, we finished Eclipse, you'll put that in there as well. Okay. One thing that you do need to know, that if you're showing multiple images, when you try and upload it, it only uploads one image. Okay. So you'll have to make it a PDF in order for it to work. Okay, so you put all your images into a PDF, and then you can put that in. Okay, otherwise you'll just have to keep responding to yourself with different images. All right, let's see what's on here. Do you have other projects with you? Do you have our other projects with you? Nope, I sure don't. I do not have your other projects with me. Why would I take all of your projects with me? Nope, they are sitting in my office. I'll give, how many projects did we do? Two that didn't grade? I think it's 2. I'll give you all B's for that. How about that? That question was more about my grade. Should I email you directly? Yep, email you. I still need to fix yours. Sierra, I know. I still need to fix yours. I'm sorry. I didn't put those 2 in. My bad. I'm gonna go and fix everything. I'm gonna get everything up to date by the end of today, so your grade should be fine. Like I said, my bad. I didn't fix your grade yet. I will. I know that we had 2 more projects of Tillman Tuesdays that I haven't put in yet, so I'm gonna go ahead and give everyone, like I said, I'm gonna give everyone a B for that, for the circumstance, let everyone be happy. And then we're just gonna move. We're just gonna keep moving. Okay, sound good? So the one thing that I want to do is make sure that we don't just waste time, right? Because the thing that we need to do for Eclipse is that we have to still do color comps, and we got to do color comps, and then we have to do the final version. Okay, so we got 2 more assignments. We can drag those out, or we can get them done. It's completely up to you. We can drag them out, we can get them done. I think you'd be more than happy to get them done, right? We can have it due. We can have both of them due next Thursday, right? So you can get your color comps done, which will include 50 color thumbnails, right? Because you got to choose which colors are going to work for your logo design, and it might end up being black. Okay, it might end up being black and white. That's perfectly fine, but you have to test. You got to try, right? You got to be like, oh, well, let me figure out whether or not adding red or blue or green or orange or purple or whatever the case may be is gonna help. Okay, so we can definitely do that if you'd like. or we can drag it out further, but I think that you'd much rather have a little bit more time to work on your poster design and your corporate identity. But what do you guys think? Should we just go ahead and schedule to finish Eclipse next Thursday? And then, so you'll have something on Tuesday, right? Tillman Tuesdays will happen, and we can have something on Thursday. And then the following Tuesday, we'll talk about the poster design. And then I can give you 2 weeks. That'll be 3. That's, no, 1 week, 2. That'll put us at 4. And then that'll give you 3 weeks if we go all the way to the end to get your identity package done. I think that's actually a pretty good plan. Let me know what you guys think about that. And then I can put together a oh my goodness, a timeline so that you guys can have that, and we can go from there. But I really do think that we need to knock out Eclipse. We had some issues and some setbacks and whatnot, but we need to go ahead and finish that out, and then we'll go to poster design for 2 weeks. We'll talk about that, and then we'll go to the corporate identity. I think that'll work, and then that'll get us to the end. Okay, and then you should really have one strong logo, which would be Eclipse. You'd have one poster design, which will give you another piece, and then one corporate identity, which would give you your final, that'll give you 3 good pieces, like finished final pieces. And then of course you have all your Tillman Tuesdays, which will be fine, which will work out as well. Okay, I think that's good. When 10 or 15 week grades due? When are 10 or 15 weeks grade due? So the final grade is going to be due after graduation. So that would be this week. So final grades would be due by the 12th of May. I'm planning on going all the way to this week right here. So the week of the 8th and 9th, because that would be technically graduation week, and that way you still have all this time to finish your projects and catch up and okay, because we'll put in the discussion, because I'm pretty sure some of you want a redemption project, you want to try and make up some stuff, and we can go from there. Okay, so just know that towards the end you might have to do another project, because that's just the way it is, right? So yeah. But 10 weeks, I don't know, they haven't really told us. We just started. They extended a week out, because technically this is week, let's backtrack. I don't know what week this is. Alright, so this is week 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10. So technically 10-week grades would happen after this week, right? Like they would be due on the 31st, but they pushed everything back a week, right? By giving you an extra week of spring break. And so I don't exactly know when, like I haven't seen anything for it. But yeah, so there you go. 10-week grades, I guess. So Thursday we're getting Tillman Tuesday. That's due next Tuesday. And then next Thursday is a different assignment. Right. Remember Eclipse? Right? Remember Eclipse? Hold on. Somebody left the door open. So one thing about home office. People still need things, and this whole thing has been an interesting challenge for everybody all around, especially in my family. But yeah, so what we're going to do is we're going to finish Eclipse. That's next Thursday, right? We're going to finish Eclipse for next Thursday. We'll have a Tillman Tuesday next Tuesday, so that's next week. And then the following Tuesday, I'll give you another assignment. Okay, and that'll be your poster design. But I'm going to write it up in a... I'm going to put it up in a timeline so that you guys can see it. You'll know where we are, what we're trying to accomplish. I'll tell you exactly what you need to do for the discussion board. We'll go from there. Oh, did I miss that? Let's see. Just asked if live streams count as participation. See, the thing is that you should be here. You should, right? But we have people who can't respond, so that's not going to work, right? So the participation is really going to be part of the discussion board. Like, the discussion board is going to be the biggest part where you get your discussion grade, or I mean your participation grade. So you really want to make sure that that is where you shine. Okay, coming to the live stream is literally something for your benefit. I'm here. It's just like when we're in class and you don't want to talk to me, you know, and we sit around and I'm drawing, you're doing your thing, I'm doing mine, you know, and then we look around. I'm like, okay, that's where the discussion board would come in. I get to see what you're doing, right? But the live stream is only there if you're like, oh, I was working on this and I have a question, or I did these thumbnails and I don't know which one to go with. And I'd like to get some instant information, right? That's where the live stream is going to be important. I think you should be there because especially when critiques happen, all critiques are going to happen on the live stream. Okay, so when you have to turn in your Tillman Tuesday, which is going to be before class on Tuesday. Okay, so it's Tillman Tuesday is going to be before class on Tuesday. It'll be due, like, I'll open it up on Monday and it'll close down at 9:15. Let's just say that, right? 9:15, maybe 9:20. It'll close down so that I can actually download everything, so I'm not stuck downloading everyone's pictures right before the stream happens. Okay. Now I'm gonna close it at 9 because that'll give me a half an hour to download stuff so I can actually put it all in a folder and be all in one space. Okay, so live streams, you should be there for the critiques. And as you know, this class has a lot of critiques, right? Every Tuesday, and then almost every other Thursday we have critiques, so you should be there. And yes, you can critique as well, you know what I mean? Like, you can actually critique on the stream, but the thing what's not going to happen, or how it's going to be different, is I'm not going to be waiting on you guys. That's the big difference. Like, I won't say, hey, what do you guys think? And I'm going to sit here going, waiting for you guys to say something. Like, I'm going to put something up and I'm going to start critiquing. And then if you want to add something, because you're not actually interrupting, you can actually just write it in, right? And you write it in, and then I'll read it and be like, all right, you're confused on what I said about what? Come to the live stream. If it's about the live stream, come to the live stream. It's going to be beneficial to you. Okay? Come to the live stream. It's going to be beneficial to you. And then on critiques, you should be there. Okay? Which is also on the live stream. So you should just be there. That's all there is to that, right? Because it's going to be beneficial to you. The school wants us to still have face-to-face, so this is how we get our face-to-face. I could have put it into something different in another program, software, you know, but I figured YouTube was the easiest, right? Everyone has YouTube on their phone. This was a decision that I made because I know that everyone has YouTube. Okay? Yeah, what? Okay, the due date for Tillman Tuesday. Okay, so the due date, it's going to be Tuesday at 9 a.m. Okay, I'm gonna open it up so that you can actually turn it in starting Monday. So on Monday, if you're already done, you can turn it in. Or if you're working on it at midnight, 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, you can still turn it in on, you know, at that time. But the turn-in time is going to close at 9 a.m. I know your class starts at 9:30, but the turn-in time is 9 a.m. That's when it closes, okay? And at 9, that allows me a half an hour to go on the Blackboard, download your stuff, put it on the computer so that when we start the live stream at 9:30, we can jump right into the critique. Okay, does that help? Does that clear things up? Let's go ahead and delete this. Go ahead and delete that because that's unimportant. All right. Good? Still good? No good? Well, see, Blackboard Collaborate, I've looked into it, and the people who are doing the demo for Blackboard Collaborate were like, there are some features they're working on it. It's getting better. And anytime someone says that, I'm like, that doesn't give me any comfort. I did have Adobe Connect, right? They're giving 90 days to Adobe Connect. And I was like, oh, this is really awesome because it is high, powerful. You know, we can collaborate together. It looks really good. But you have to download it, right? You have to download it to your computer if you wanted to actually interact. Like if you wanted to be a presenter, like I could make you a presenter for your final, right? So I open up the big forum and then you get to jump in as a presenter. I open up the screen and then you get to do your presentation. But because I didn't know exactly where people were with computers, it's not a online class, I decided that YouTube was just going to be the easiest, and I'll take the brunt of the beating for this. And it's a learning experience. I think that it would be great. There's a great way to teach online and make things happen. I think that should happen, could happen. I think it would be great. But throwing it in the middle of a semester and expecting our students to be able to do that, make a switch, be able to have access to these things, stuff like that, makes it really hard, right? And I wanted to not burden you as much as possible, right? Because I'm still expecting the same level of quality of work, if not better, from you guys. So, at least I can make this a little easier. I was hoping. I mean, if you want me to go to Collaborate, I will. If you want me to go to Adobe Connect, I will. Zoom. I've heard about Zoom. Zoom is good app to connect with face-to-face for class. Yeah, I heard that. I'm gonna look into it. But like I said, the main reason why I picked this is that it's easy. It's a quick setup, and everyone has YouTube. That's the big thing, everyone has YouTube, and I really don't need you guys to present, right? I really don't. But I will look into Zoom because my one class might need it. My basic art appreciation class might need it, depending on how we move forward. So yeah, we're gonna figure it out. But like I said, I'm gonna have the timeline up. I'm gonna tell you guys how to go about handling things, right? So we should be fine going forward. If you have any questions, please let me know. I'm going to be looking at my email, looking at the discussion boards often. So if you have some questions, I will answer within 24 hours, at the latest. But coming to these live feeds, if you have a question, that's going to be where it's the fastest. And not to mention, if you put a message on here and you're like, hey, I posted something in the discussion board, all right, I'll go right to it, and then we can upload it, answer the question, and do stuff like that. Okay, so that's where we are. That's where we are right now. Are there any questions? Thoughts, concerns, comments? And when while you guys are thinking about that, as we have work days, because we are going to have work days. The wrong class the whole time. YouTube wouldn't show this live. Yeah, sometimes you gotta refresh it. YouTube being silly. Yeah, sometimes you gotta refresh it. But if you actually subscribe to this channel and hit the bell, it'll let you know when I go live. So that way you don't have to try and search it. You can just click on it and it'll pop up. Right? So I think that was another reason why I thought it was a good idea, because, you know, it'll instantly let you know just in case you missed it, just in case you forgot. You know, whatever the case may be, it'll pop right up and you'll be like, all right, cool, I got it. Right? So, like I said, if you want to, that'll make it easier. Just go ahead, subscribe, and then click the bell, and it'll let you know. But I will be on every Tuesday and Thursday from 9:30 to at least 10:30. So we're gonna go from there. Okay, I'm good. I think we should finish up Eclipse. Yep. I think we all kind of agreed on the fact that it's gonna be due on Thursday. But like I said, I'm gonna put it up on the timeline so that you guys know. We're also, you know, that you have to do color comps. You know, the color comps part, and then the final rendering, which I'll go ahead and tell you guys on Thursday, so that'll give you an entire week, or I can tell you now. So the color comps are just that, right? You remember when we did the comps before, and you had to divide your 9 by 12 into 4 spaces, and you had 4 different designs? You're going to do the same thing, just with colors, okay? And the thing is that you have to also do 50 color comps. 50 color thumbnails, right? So you might end up still with a black and white, and you're like, I think black and white works the best, which is fine. In the final design, if that's what happens, fine, right? But you'll never know unless you actually try it. So we're gonna do 50 color thumbnails, and then you're gonna have to do 4 divisions in your 9 by 12 and give us 4 of the color comps that you thought were great. And then lastly, you'll have to do 1 9 by 12 finished design, whatever that may be, finished design, right? And that'll all be due next Thursday. Is that cool? That'll all be done next Thursday. Okay, so, and once again, I will type it up just so you're not confused, and I'll let you guys know. You're right. I'll post it. I'll post it in the discussion board so you guys can see it. You know, here's your assignment. And there you go. Yeah. Right. And then on Thursday, just like normal, I'll give you your Tillman Tuesday assignment, and it'll be due on Tuesday. Okay. Once again, it's the time to turn it in will start on Monday, and it will end on Tuesday at 9 a.m. Okay, so it'll end at Tuesday at 9 a.m. because I want time to download all the information and compile it so I can do critiques when we start up at 9:30. Okay, so that's the plan. Did you take our 4 squares? I think so. I think I did. Didn't I? I'm pretty sure I did. I know. It's like, did I take them or did I not? I really don't know. I don't remember. I don't know. Do you have them? I guess is the bigger question. Do you have those 4? Because all of your final designs should be in your sketchbook, right? Oh, sketchbook. You have 2 options, right? Now, if you really want to do them digitally, do them digitally. I'm not even going to fight you on that. If you're doing the page, let's say in Photoshop, has to be a minimum of a 6x9 and has to have 3 images on it. Okay? Has to have at least 3 images on it. Okay? Because digitally you can do stuff a lot faster, right? You don't have to overthink stuff. Okay? Turn mine in. Alright, well if you turn them in, they're sitting in the office. So I guess I need to give you 3 B's. So there you go. Now you got another grade. since they're there, and you guys all did step up on that one, so that's really good. Really cool. So I'll give you 2 Tillman Tuesdays and that. So aren't you completely forgot the 2 good ones? Aren't they in your sketchbook? I mean, wouldn't they be in your sketchbook? Alright, so, and like I said, deadlines, I'll put up a post about deadlines, the timeline that we're going for, how you have to do the discussion board, the live feed, because we're going to do critiques. Like I said, critiques are pretty much happening. We all know that critiques are going to happen every Tuesday. And then, depending on when the class assignment happens, it'll be pretty much every other Thursday. Okay? And then those that are in between are going to be studio days. So I'll be here. I'll be working on something, right? And anything that if you want to ask, say, have comments, want me to look at, we can do that too, right? Just be an open studio time. Any other questions, thoughts, comments, complaints? Let's see. And any lecture that I do, right? So it's not going to be too many, but it'll be like one, because we got to do one on poster design, and we got to do one on identity packages. So I'll actually pre-record those, and then I'll put that in a link, solely because I'm at the house. I do have people coming through in and out. They're trying really hard to stay out of the office, but considering it's in the basement, people gotta go and do stuff. And of course you can hear them. I got kids, so they're very loud upstairs. I don't know if you can hear them, but yeah, I want to make sure that I record it when they're asleep, right? So that way there's no interruptions. There's nothing scary or crappy or anything going on about it. You can just hear it, listen to it, and then you'll just have that separately. It's like, oh, okay, I understand this. Great. Okay, so we'll go from there. So those will be there. And if you need or want me to actually cover anything, put it in the discussion, right? We can talk about it, and then if there's something that I can demo, I will. Okay, I'll put together a video and I'll demo it, and I'll put it back into the discussion as a link. Okay? Given late eclipse is due on Thursday. Next Thursday. Oh, let's over again. It comes in next Thursday. Next Thursday. But like I said, I will be posting a timeline so that you know when stuff is going to be due. But as far as eclipse, like I said, 50 colors thumbnails, a 9x12 split into 4 with 4 different color comps, and then one 9x12 of your finished piece, finished logo, and that'll be due next Thursday. So for the sketchbook, 100 pages are due at the end, right? Oh, and when I said three pictures per, that's if you're doing like scribbles, right? I did a thumbnail here, I did a thumbnail there, right? You need at least 3 on there. Don't try and be like, I put a smiley face on this, that's page 1. I put a sad face on this, page 2. Don't do that. Like, just because we're in a pandemic and I'm gonna grant leniency doesn't mean that you will be able to take advantage of me. Okay? So this is for your benefit. The sketchbook is for your benefit. Thumbnails are for your benefit. So hate them, but do them. Period. Yep. So anything else? Questions? Comments? concerns, now's the time. We can finish, we can try and fix them early, because we got, now it'll be 6.5 weeks left. Yeah, 6.5 weeks left of class, and I really want to try and make the best of it for you guys. So just let me know, okay? And like I said, studio class, when we do those studio classes where I'm drawing, if you're not there, you're not there, right? Just like in class, if you didn't show up, you didn't show up. But once again, the access to me, that's when that becomes important, right? It's, here I am, ask me anything you need to. If you put in thumbnails or if you put in sketches and you're like, hey, I was wondering about this, can you tell me about that? Not a problem. Here we go. Let's talk about it. Put it up. Do the critique. And that's when it's going to be helpful, right? Because everyone will be able to get to see it, right? And this is what I was thinking. Oh, then you should probably go here. You should move this. This is going to be important over here, okay? But those are just the studio times. Any other time we're going to be doing critiques, right? So the live streams will be important, but I will be posting them in the discussion board so that for people who missed it, they can actually come in. Because what's going to be important is the discussion board, right? Your participation in the discussion board is going to be important, not only for your grade, but also for the fact that we have to keep attendance. We have to prove that you guys were coming to class, you were interacting, you were still getting an education, right? We have to prove that, because otherwise it's just like, oh, I gave a grade, bahaha. And that's not the way we can do that, right? So I got to reach out to people, make sure that those who didn't come out today, I'm going to send out an email, okay? If you already looked at your announcements in the discussion board, that email's not for you, okay? But it's literally going to say, hey, check the announcements and the discussion board, and that's about it, okay? So if you're here and you've already responded, great. That message wasn't for you. It's just for the people who decided, hey, class is starting, but I don't need to check anything, right? We have those people, it happens. So yeah, so be on the lookout for the email, but it's for those of you who are here, you're already doing it, and then just look out for the announcement of the deadlines, the way we're going to use the message board, and stuff like that, okay? All right, anyone else? Comments, thoughts? Got about another 6 minutes to that hour, because I really wanted to make sure that we put in an hour face to face, or face to computer, whatever helps, right? So once again, if you want, make sure that you actually get the actual link to the channel, right? Go ahead and subscribe, hit the bell, and then when I go live on these, it'll just send you a notification. You click on the notification and it brings you right here, right? That way you don't have to worry about trying finding it, because sometimes you go to the channel and it was like, it's not there. You have to refresh it and go to video. Go to video, it helps, right? Go to video. So, all right. Oh. What are you laughing about? Oh, face to computer? Yeah. Yep. All right, well, I'm going to stay on. Like I said, I'm going to stay on for the next couple minutes. If you do have any questions, any thoughts, just hit me up. And if I don't hear anything from you within the next couple minutes, then we'll just call it a day. And then I will see you guys on Thursday. Thursday will be our first studio day. Okay, but I will be giving you your assignment, your Tillman Tuesday's assignment. So for the sketchbook, are we going to send 100 pictures? Oh, good point. No. Oh my goodness, no. So all you have to do is film it, right? Make a little video. Just hold it as you're flipping through it, right? That's all you need to do. Got my little camera, hold it, flip. That's all you need to do, right? And then you can send the video. It shouldn't take too long. We're not gonna, inspect it. You're not gonna keep it there and tell us a story about anything. It's literally, I have the camera, I flipped it. Flip the page, flip the page, flip the page, right? Let us see it, great, flip the page. Flip it, crap, okay? Now, if you really want to, if you're like, no, it must be sent, right? Then all you have to do, shrink the size, save it at 72 DPI, and then put all of your images as a PDF and then send the PDF. Right? You could do that if you wanted to. Okay? No need to kill yourself. But like I said, if you are insistent, you're like, I did everything in digital paper, save it 72 DPI, shrink it down to like, I don't know, 6x9 if you're doing any, well, I said it was a minimum of 6x9, but if, I don't know, right? Nah, actually just save it as 72 DPI, actually. Just save it as 72 DPI, put all your images in a folder, and then turn that folder into a PDF. And then you'll be good. That's a good question. Let's see. Okay, true, but yeah, it's a thing. It's a thing that you guys didn't sign up for, right? Online stuff. It's inconvenient. I know. I'm sorry. That's why I am, granting leniency on the quality of stuff as far as showing it, right? Like if your lighting is bad, that's just the way it is. If your picture's a little blurry, it's understandable. If you signed up for an online art class, it'd be different, because the very first day it's like, all right, well, you need to have this, and this in order to take good pictures, in order to do, whatever you can to make it look good. But we didn't do that, right? So now we're working with what we got. Where can you find this music? Nope, hold on. Hold on. Oh, okay. There you go. For anyone who is actually streaming, who actually wants to stream and do stuff on YouTube, this guy actually does royalty-free music. And that he's like, he or she, I don't know, that you can actually just go, yep, I want to use this, and you just put it on there. They're cool with it. So, there you go. Oh, there's one other thing, just in case you're looking for a, if you're looking for a community to keep yourself busy and stuff like that, I started up a new Discord for those people who are, like technology and whatnot. And it is, I called it Boss Up, because what we're trying to do is make sure that we all get better as artists. And there's things here to keep you going, right? Tips and tricks, like that artist that I just posted in there. I posted this here, right? Where do I go for printing? We're giving information about conventions and critique corners, and you could post something here and get it critiqued by a bunch of other people, so this is really a place for you to post and grow and learn from other people as they go along. Right now it's still a small, tight-knit group, so you can get in and you can get some really good feedback. So I'm just gonna go ahead and post that in the chat as well, if you would like to. You don't have to. It's not something that is actually a necessity, but like I said, if you are interested in it, you can definitely do that and get some more feedback from more people than just me, right? And just post, like I said, you can just post it in the critique corner. I'm posting on there so you can see the stuff that I'm doing, give me your feedback and stuff like that as well. So There you go. Anyone else? Good? Not good? Questions? Thoughts? Concerns? Because if not, we're all good for today. And just know that on Thursday I will be giving you your assignment. So, well, I already gave you an assignment, so you can actually start working on those color comps. And the best part about it is, when you get some stuff done, throw it in the discussion board. All right? Get some feedback on it early. Okay? So as you're moving forward, you can actually get some feedback. Okay? And I'll make sure to post on there. So all you have to do, like I said, all you have to do is start a new thread. Okay? Just start a new thread for this week. Post your stuff in there and we'll talk to you. Okay? And remember, the discussion board is where your participation really comes in. If you do not participate on the discussion board, your grade is going to tank. Okay? So let's not do that. I want you guys to graduate with good grades even after this is a problem. And just let's work together to get us through this, okay? Do we have to reply even on the thumbnails? You should be replying. You don't have to. You have to respond at least once to everybody, right? Because I don't know how many times they're going to post, right? But you should respond. Well, I guess they will be posting at least once a week on Tillman Tuesdays. But if you wanted to respond to something else, you could, right? But you have to respond at least once to every single person, okay? Because, and like I said, it's just like if we were critiquing, right? You always got to say something. So now you got to always say something. And I like it, isn't it? As we all know. Okay? And you don't have to post your thumbnails either. Right? The thing is, you want to show something. You want to show some type of progress. You want to, if it's not the thumbnails, you're like, hey, I did this. This is one of the ones that I did. That's, that's your work in progress because it's not the final image that you're turning in. So you could be making responses to a whole bunch of things. All right. Well, if you are good, and you have no more questions, I'm not going to keep you any longer. Not today. Critiques might run a little bit longer depending on how we go and what you guys say in the chat. But as far as everything else goes, I'm good. Have a great day. Stay safe. Stay healthy. And I will see you guys again on Thursday. But I will, like I said, I'll stick around for a couple more minutes if you do have any last minute pressing questions. Otherwise, I'll see you guys later. And like I said, I'll see you on Thursday and get to work because you're going to have to do something. Got to keep yourself busy, right? Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and close this and this. Oh, okay, that's why it's not working. It should be in front. Okay. All right, see you later, Chris. See y'all later. Since we got silent, I'll see you guys later.